live again to just talk more about sync stuff as we are getting closer to the first sync event that I will be speaking at this year. That will be Sync Music Success. That will be going down this weekend, January 20th and the 21st. I'll be speaking on the ads and promos side of things. Planet Beatnox, thank you for tuning in on Instagram. I'm speaking at Sync Music Success this weekend. Planeta, thank you for tuning in. If you are on Instagram, you can comment the letters SMS on any other post or story that I have, and I will send you information about Sync Music Success. It'll be over 10 hours of programming talking about sync licensing this weekend, fully virtual, so definitely tap in. We have a segment on trailers. There'll be a segment on advertising and promos. That's the one I'll be speaking on. There'll be a segment on hip hop music, different genres of music. There'll be a lawyer talking about the legal side of music. So all kinds of things. 5 hours, a little bit over 5 hours each day, Saturday and Sunday this weekend. So tap in. I will include information for that in the description on LinkedIn and YouTube also. But if you're on Instagram, comment the letters SMS. I am live on 3 places at once right now. I am. You ever wanted to be in multiple places at once? Maya Lamaya, thank you for tuning in. Maya, let me know if that library ever got you the information. If not, let me know and I'll follow up with them so that you can be tapped in on their stuff. Sound Score, thank you for tuning in. So that's the first event, Sync Music Success. Planeta, I'll make a reminder. Yeah, I'll make a reminder this week. You can comment the letters SMS, Sync Music Success. Today is Martin Luther King Day that I'm going live today. And oh, did I send you that beat? Ooh, Maya, did I not send you that beat? Let me check. If not, I need to send that ASAP because I know you're gonna kill it. Yeah, because I've been in this reggaeton mode lately, doing some. That's why Planeta, I really need you to get your PRO stuff set up so that we can get you into sync licensing. This week I've gotten 3 requests for different reggaeton Latin type music for different opportunities. So including a library that's making an album. So Maya, I will send that to you tonight if I didn't send it already, which I probably didn't. Cause just been going crazy. I don't think I did. If not, I'm gonna send it. Actually, I'm gonna send it right now before I forget. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. Sync Music Success is the next event this weekend that I'm speaking at, and then after that, NAM will be next week. So flying out to Anaheim to speak. I'm organizing 7 panels for NAM, working on 7 panels, organizing 3, hosting 3 that'll be specifically on sync licensing. So you definitely want to be in those in that room. 2 of the panels will be in a big room that I believe seats around 400, 500 people. One of the panels will be in a smaller room. So you definitely want to be, if you're going to NAM, you definitely want to be in line, especially for that last panel, which will have some library owners, music supervisors, sync agents. That'll be on the 26th at 2 p.m. The first room, I think, will be plenty of seating and things like that. Also, the last room, the third room, will not be streamed, so you only get the information by being in the room. So definitely tap in there. What else is going on? I have started offering a service on my site. If you have a song that you would like to have trailerized, I started offering trailerization services because people kept asking. And shout out to the clients who did ask and actually acted on it really fast. So I now offer trailerization services. So all you got to do is go to the site, thefingaz.com, or if you're on Instagram, check out, just comment the word trailerize on any post other than this, and I will send you information on how you can tap in there. Let me do this copy link here. Maya, I am going to email it right now. Here we go. Here you go. So comment the words trailerize, and I will send you information on how to get your song trailerized. I have one song that I did this week for like a rock band, and yeah, it turned out really great. So basically, the way it works is I actually have a sale 50% off of what I'm normally going to charge for this. That's probably going to expire later this week before all the speaking engagements kick in. So it's half off of that service, and you send me 3 to 5 songs. I'll pick the one that I think will be most viable for like a trailerized cinematic version, and then trailerize. Yeah, you got to comment on another post. I'll make another maybe I'll make a carousel of all the things you can comment and all the services you can get, and that'll be like a cool thing. So because I have a bunch, I have sample packs. You can comment the word Sting, and I'll send you like Sting ending stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be dope. I have like the Clap Friday. You can comment the word clap, and I'll send you information about the Clap Friday pack that I have, free, royalty free, not free, but royalty free clap loops. So just got a lot of stuff out there in the world. I just did an interview with a great podcast. I think it'll be out next month. I did it interview last week with another podcast, and then I have another interview tonight, which will be live on the 3 Beats Later show on YouTube. So maybe I'll make a post about that. That'll be around 9 or 9:30 Eastern time tonight. I know a lot of people right now are probably watching football. We are, for better or worse, Cowboys fans. So yeah, you know how that goes if you are into NFL at all. So today, just been enjoying time with family. Went out with my wife earlier. Had like a date day, because it's the holiday. But it was snowing where we are, so I had to wake up early and shovel the snow and get the stuff off the car and clean up the sort of our pathway a little bit. Yeah, Maya, I'll let you know. Let me know if he didn't. Let me know if he didn't send you that stuff, and I'll make sure he gets that to you. Planeta Sync, yeah, you definitely got to get into Sync. If you don't have your PRO, I'm seeing the trend at least right now. Probably, I would say much of this year, at least the first half, will probably be the whole reggaeton vibe. But like I said, I've been getting a bunch of briefs recently for that style. So tapping in with a couple libraries on that and opportunities on that. Maya, let me know if you got that email. Also, I haven't announced this yet. That might be a whole nother post. I am part of what is called Array Crew. It is a community. I like shedding a light on minorities. That was part of the panel from last year. Did I send the right one? It's probably up in space, Maya, so hopefully it'll come your way shortly. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be there. It was a minute ago, so it'll probably take like 2 minutes to get to you. I'm part of a company that's called Array Crew, and in order to be part, you have to have credits on like a released film and things like that. So because of the film that I worked on last year called Hemisphere, well, that was released last year, I am now an Array Crew member. What Array is a company run by founded by Ava DuVernay, and she started this community of minorities that are in the film industry, and I'm now part of that, so I can tap into a great network of filmmakers and editors and things like that as a minority in the film space. So it's a really great community. Glad to be part of it. Really great day to announce it. I've been part of them actually for a while, but haven't announced it because not everything, believe it or not, that happens in my life do I announce. There's a couple things, NDAs and things I got to keep under wraps. So today, I would say what I would like to work another podcast interview in a couple hours. So I'm in between sort of podcast interviews right now. Maya, yeah, we're gonna kill it this year. I like to spend my weekends because I do work full time, and today's a holiday, so luckily I didn't have to work today. Is I make as much music as I can when I am. When I don't have to work. And thank you. Appreciate the congratulations. And for opportunities, I started, I was telling on one podcast earlier, I was telling the host that my wife got me this music book for a holiday. Maybe could have been Father's Day or Valentine's Day someday, one of those days years ago. And I'm not much of a writer as far as writing. I might like type text and stuff. But she got me this. So I started this year I started putting down all the projects that I have lined up. So it's like, hey, reggaeton album or, working these tracks for this library. I put them down in this book and then I can cross them off. I do have like digital task things, but they just keep piling up. So I like, I'm trying this method out, the tangible, go back old school, writing things out, the tasks and things that I have at hand, have to work on. So we'll see how that works for me. It's been working so far because I can cross things off. I usually go here first before going to like my digital list of like 100 ideas that I'll never get to. So I go here first, like, oh yeah, I do need to work on that thing. Let me see if I can cross that off. So it's been interesting to go down that route. So like I said, I have the Trailerize service up on the site. Go to Fingaz.com, or you can comment the word Trailerize on any of my posts here, and I will send you information for that. And then Sync Music Success, comment on Instagram the word SMS on any post, and I will send you information about that conference, which will be this weekend, and I'll share more posts about that later this week, so you can get information for that. It'll be a great conference, and then flying out to NAMM next week, enjoying some time out in Anaheim. For that, and then coming back home and getting back to work, making music. I probably won't be making much music, obviously, next week because of NAMM, but after that, I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of things to do. So I actually have a lot of music to work on this week leading up to NAMM. Any 10 music, thank you for tuning in. I have a lot of music to finalize this week before we head out to NAMM, before I do these conferences. I'm supposed to be doing a workshop sometime this week. I'll see if I can squeeze that in. I was supposed to do it this weekend, but I had to finish up another project this past weekend. But people have asked for a trailer music workshop. So I'm going to see if I can set that up probably Thursday or Friday of this week, depending on how the schedule lines up. See, I'm writing down trailer music workshop. So that's my handwriting is terrible. but yeah, that's how I get things in my book. 61 Reginald, thank you for tuning in. And then I always have music to make, so I always have projects to work on. I always have open briefs or open albums for artists. NAMM is going to be insane. Yeah, Maya is going to be incredible. Definitely going to be a movement out there in Anaheim. If you were at NAMM last year, you know how epic that panel was that I hosted, and how groundbreaking and legendary, because it was the first time that you had that many African Americans on stage talking about sync licensing. So shedding a light on the diversity. And the podcast I did today, the host was like, "Yeah, I never saw us in that sort of in that capacity, in that light." So being able to be the first to bring that to light and bring that to the big stage. And then this year, involving more females in the mix, hosting 3 panels on sync licensing. 2 of those panels will be Eclipse. If you want to tap in on Instagram, let me know. People might not be able to hear it. I'm also on LinkedIn and YouTube, so they won't be able to hear it there. But let me know if you want to tap in. And Maya said she needs some stuff from you, so let's get it. Actually, I have Maya working on something ASAP for that other project. Dua Flowers, thank you for tuning in. Shout out to Dua Flowers. I'm not going to say her government name, but Dua Flowers, appreciate you tuning in. Nico, let me know if you're going to be at NAMM next week. I got 3 panels on sync licensing that I'm hosting, the 25th and 26th, and Eclipse will be on one of the panels, so Nico, definitely need to tap in. If you don't know who Nico is, you should. If you need a incredible mix engineer, tap in with Nico. You should also tap into the Faders of the Lost Art podcast on YouTube. I've listened to every episode. If you want to get some gems, mostly it's just a way to add to libraries and things that you need to buy, plugins that you need to buy if you are in the music space. It's basically a way to empty your wallet out, because they're talking about plugins that these big mix engineers like Nico, like Dave Pensado, like Ken Lewis, that they use on their like Bob Horn, that they use on their mixes for the these big mega artists. So Nico, yeah, definitely tap in. If you're doing a live recording, let me know. Would love to just see the guys in action out there. I'll be at NAMM. The panels I'm hosting, the 25th. I have a 2-hour block, 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. 10 to 12, 10 to 11:50. We got to end 10 minutes early, but that'll be 2 panels back to back. The first one will be the business side of sync. The second one will be the creative side of sync. The third panel will be on the 26th at 2 p.m. That will be featuring music supervisors, sync libraries, and sync agents. I do have locked in some incredible sync libraries and sync agents for that one, music supervisors. And also what's great about doing things like this is I have a list of incredible people, like someone who was joining earlier. I have about 30 people who were unavailable to be on the panel this year for NAMM. So I now have panelists that are willing and able to be on panels for other events also. So like I'm working on NAMM. I'm speaking at a virtual conference this weekend, as I mentioned, Sync Music Success. That'll be fully virtual. And then working with AES, South by Southwest. Actually, one of the other panels that I'm working on for NAMM, not in the sync space, it's more in the immersive audio and AI space. But one of those panels, I got a guy from Audio Modern who I'm helping organize to get him on there. That will also have the president of AES, Leslie. She's incredible. She will be on that panel speaking also. So you definitely want to tap in when you're at NAMM. I am hoping, I got to find out this week because we got to finalize some stuff. I'm hoping to get a big composer. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm hoping to get a big composer on another panel. It'll be like more of a one-on-one chat with him and another big person in the music space. So hoping to land that composer this week, or at least find out either way, and then that way I can move forward, because I do have a backup plan. Actually, this is one of the backup plans. I originally had Usher's front of house engineer, who's incredible, but he'll be too busy working on the Super Bowl rehearsals. So unfortunately, that won't be happening. Eclipse, I know, yeah, that's in your area too. I had some chats with them. I sent them some things. So I'm gonna get through NAMM. Let me get through this month, and then I'm gonna see if I can finalize some things with them. I will be scheduled to be in Atlanta end of March for another conference, and then I think in Nashville for a conference in April or May. So I'm not trying to travel every month, but especially because a lot of these conferences don't really pay. But got to make some things happen, make some moves. And the thing about going to these events is when you go to these events, you start seeing the same faces over and over. It's like, okay, so you spend a year going to all these, to like, let's say you go to one conference a month, virtual or in person, for a year. You'll start seeing the same people over and over. You start to realize how small this space is. And then we start talking to people. It's like, like the chat we had, Eclipse and Maya. It's like, oh, we know the same people in this space, or we know of the same people. It is a big industry, but it's a small industry. So you want to make sure you're not, you're doing as much as you can to avoid burning those bridges when you're making these connections, when you're networking. You want to make sure you have your business set, because you don't want to have a bad impression starting out, and you like never want to have a bad impression, but especially starting out, you want to make sure things are ready. So you want to learn about as much as you can about the business end. If you're trying to join a library and you don't have your PRO information set, that right there is like, I can't. I work with one artist. I worked with about 50 new artists last year, and about half of them got signed to new libraries, which is insane because I think so far this year, I think I got 5. 3 of them were like yesterday, right? Eclipse or today. I got 5 so far for the year signed to a new library, which is insane. But I had about 20 signed, 25 last year. But I worked with 50 new collaborators. Only one of them I worked with on a song. The song came out incredible. I wanted to pitch to an opportunity, and they didn't have their PRO. And I was like, I can't submit this. And they were like, oh, you can just use your PRO information. I'm like, yeah, it's not going to work like that because the client, the distribution company, or the library, or the the movie company, whatever, the TV company, they're gonna be like, who's singing this? And if it's like a female voice, I'm a male. They're gonna be like, where's the PRO? So definitely have your business set. So that is, if you are collaborating with people, that is now the thing that I ask first. Like, do you have your PRO set up? Because otherwise, it's not worth making an incredible song, or even a not incredible song, but making a song if the business side isn't set. So business first, and that's why the first panel that on the sync side will be the business side of sync, because you have to, before you even get to the creative side and making the music and getting all these great sounds and writing some great songs, the business has to be set up first. So the first panel will be the business side of sync. That panel will also have a library owner on there, just because there was no room on the other library panel, but she'll be sharing from that perspective, and then we'll have some great creators on that, and then we'll have the creative side, basically talking about the structure of how to structure songs for sync and things like that. And then the other panel will be from the more from the music library side. So yeah, lining up 3 panels for that. Again, this weekend, Sync Music Success will be 10 hours of panels, 5 on Saturday, maybe 5 to 6 hours each day, Saturday and Sunday this coming weekend. Sync Music Success will have panels on trailer music, panels on the legal side of sync and things like that. I'll be on the ads promos panels, which is insane because on the ads promos, I get a couple of those maybe a week, maybe I'll say a couple a month, and that's a totally different beast because it's like, okay, I got to tap in and make 30-second, 15-second music for an ad, because that's typically an ad is 30 seconds. So I gotta craft something, but a lot of times I do get visuals for that I can compose to. So that's the great side of ads and promos. Marquette Music, thank you for tuning in, but I won't share too much. You got to join Sync Music Success to find out more about the ad space, and I'll be talking to a great guy on that panel this weekend about that. So lining up basically this whole sync chat tour for the year. That wasn't the plan. I was, NAMM, I was definitely locked in on, and that was going to be it. But then Sync Music Success came out of nowhere. I was asked to speak at, another event in June. Hopefully I can make it out to LA for that. That'll be in person. And then Nashville in April and May, and then Atlanta in March. So definitely lining up some great things, and hopefully I can make them all come to fruition. But right now the focus is next week, Sync Music Success this weekend, and that NAMM. Maya, I know you had to drop off, but thank you for tapping in. Looking forward to what you can hear, what you create to that track. What else? Trailer. If you missed it, Trailerize. Comment the word Trailerize if you're on Instagram, or just hit me up. Go to thefingaz.com. I'm offering trailerization services. I did a great song a couple days ago for a rock band. They wanted Trailerized, so they're reviewing that now, and hopefully, things go well. Basically, you say, hey, I want. You send me 3 to 5 songs, and then I'll choose which one to trailerize. And then once everything is good to go, I will pitch it to different catalogs or pitch it to trailer opportunities. And, you never know. This one ended up being a great track that would be, I think would work really well in the video game space. So hopefully once they hear back from them, we can move forward with that, and that will be dope. So that is a service that I am now offering, trailerization. I also have a networking webinar that is now up on my site. If you go to thefingaz.com, or if you just comment the word on Instagram, comment the word network, I will send you information on how you can check out the webinar. I did this webinar about a month ago, and it's basically going into some insights into how I network when I'm reaching out to these panelists. I have a lot about how I connected with a lot of people for NAMM on that webinar. I also share some insights on how I connected with Usher, his team. I haven't met Usher yet, but how I connected with a lot of people on his team in that webinar, just from networking and putting out music and sharing things. I do have trailerizations to work on. I actually have some that I need to do before NAMM, so I gotta try to lock in on these ideas because I have requests from last NAMM that I need to do before next NAMM. I'm not a fan of the NAMM happening every 9 months, so I'm glad we're back to hopefully we're back to the year thing where it's only every January. We wait 12 full months because this came really fast. Pause. The real Mikael, thank you for tuning in. And then the other thing is I have projects. I just got to work on some music stuff for these different libraries. So I'm looking at my notebook here because this is where I keep my notes of projects, music projects that I need to work on. My wife gave me this for forever ago, and now I'm finally using it to keep track of projects I need to work on. Some of it's simple, like I got to call someone. It's like, hey, call this person. So, it could be as simple as call someone, or it could be like finish this album for this library. So calling someone might take 10, 15 minutes. Finishing an album could take, a week. So, yeah. I have upload networking webinar on there, but I can cross that off because that is uploaded and you can now check that out. If you have any questions, I'll probably be on for a few more minutes and then I got to go spend some time with family. And then I have a actually podcast interview tonight that I'm going to tap into. That'll be live. So if you want to tune in, that'll be 3 beats later on YouTube. You can tap in live. I'll be a guest on there. I think that's tonight. Hopefully I got to check in to make sure we're on board for that happening live tonight. And I'll talk more about the NAMM panels and Sync Music Success and some other things in the journey. Also, someone asked me to upload a Logic Pro template. I used to use another site, but that site has been acquired by Linktree. I used to use a site called Koji for like a link in bio type thing. So I got to take all my stuff off of there and put it on my site and upload it. So someone the other day asked me to upload my Logic Pro template. So I'm going to have that up. As far as the creation side, I have a creation Logic Pro template for like the cinematic stuff. But then I also have a template that I use for vocal mixing and things. So I might upload that also. So stay tuned for that if I can figure that out and get that up this week. I just have a bunch of ideas that I need to execute on. And then a workshop. Someone asked, I was supposed to do a workshop this past weekend, so stay tuned for that. I'm about to get off here because I got to, like I said, go spend some time with family and then make some more music before this next podcast. And I got to walk the dog in about an hour and, of course, watch some football. So thank you for tuning in. This is not going to be live. If you are watching this on Instagram, this is going to live on LinkedIn and YouTube, so you can rewatch it over there. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned. I will be going live more. As you have been noticing, I've been going live more often. Actually, not every day. I sort of stopped the everyday thing, but pretty much, I would say every other day, every at least every 1 to 2 days, if not every day. So yeah, going live, sharing what's going on in the world of sync and trailers, in my world of sync and trailers. So shout out to Array Crew. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of that incredible community, and more announcements, more things coming, more greatness along the way. It's been a great year so far. Looking forward to more. Be safe and be well, everyone. All right. Peace.